Comes Mutt and Jeff.
Now you're talking. I know too.
Hey boy, can you see fine? Because you could get up here.
Get out.
Go back up there.
Hippo show. Well, I just had a little. Yeah. No, you can't. His shirt. His glasses.
All right, good afternoon. How is everyone? Well, what was that? Act happy to be here with us. How is everyone? That's a little better. We'll take it. Well, welcome to Weeki Wachee Springs State Park. My name is Emily. Right out beside me is Clint. If anything goes wrong, that is not our names. Oh, everything should. It usually does. Now, what we're going to do today is share some reptiles with you that are native here to Florida. And the first one that we are going to share with you is a snake. So how does everyone like snakes? All right, good start. Who don't like them? Go ahead, raise your hands nice and high. Don't be shy. Perfect, because now Clint knows who to get really close to, doesn't he? All right, no worries. The first one, well, the one that we are going to share with you is not so bad. This right here is known as the Florida king snake, and his name is Elvis. Creative. Now, like I said, all the reptiles that we are going to share with you, they are native here to Florida. So let's say you had a snake living out in your yard. Why would they be beneficial to keep out there? Yeah, there you go. They help out greatly with the rodent population. Now, a lot of people tend to forget this. So find a snake living out in their yard and they'll prefer to kick them out, send them right on over to the neighbor. But in doing that, you're only going to inherit a lot more rodents, and rodents do carry a whole lot of diseases. So you're definitely better off with a snake out in your yard. Now, this species of snake is really great to keep around. Does anyone know why he's known as the king?
Gross.
It's because he sings like Elvis. Come on, I worked on that one all day. All right, the truth is they do eat the other snakes, including the venomous ones. They do have a built-up immunity to the native types of venom. So let's say if the king snake were to take a bite from a baby diamondback rattlesnake, the venom would not harm him. So once again, if you have a king snake living out in the yard, definitely very great to keep out there. Now, how many of you live here in Florida? All right, how many of you don't?
Raise your hand.
Oh, quite a few of you didn't even raise your hands. There you are. Part-timer, I assume. Well, everyone can participate in this question. How many species of venomous snakes does Florida have? Now, there are no wrong answers, so just throw it out there. That's wrong.
That's wrong.
But you're pretty close. We have 6 in total, and I will name them off for you. We have the diamondback rattlesnake, the coral, the canebrake, the copperhead, the pygmy, and the cottonmouth, also known as the water moccasin. Now, in comparison to the 6 venomous species, we have a total of 44 species that are non-venomous. So most of the time, what you will come across are the lookalikes. So my best advice is, if you are out and about, if you do come across a snake, you're not sure on the species, I would just leave it alone. All right, that is our Florida king snake, Elvis. Thank you very much. All right, we will move on to the next 2 reptiles, and I'll give you a big hint to what they are. It starts with T and it ends with Ertl. Think it through.
That starts with T and ends with Ertl.
These 2 right here, they're known as yellow belly sliders, and if you take a look at their belly, what color is it? Yellow. Did I hear orange? I'll let that one slide. Now, how many of you have been to the mermaid show? All right, how about the boat ride? How many turtles have you seen so far today? Did I hear 1? That doesn't make any sense because Clint's holding 2 down there. Haha, I tricked you. Stay with me. All right, but whether you do come across these 2, up to a dozen, you're sure to come across them during your visit today. In fact, this is one of the most common species we do have in the river. Now, the one in Clint's left hand is a female. In his right, he has a male. Does anyone know how to tell the 2 apart? What do you think? The ears? The shell. There you go. We could go with the sizes. In this species, the female will get a lot bigger than the male. In fact, if you take a look at the female in Clint's left hand, she's 2 years old. The male, he's about 5 years old. And as you can see, she is catching up to him. Are you getting peed on, Clint? I trimmed that, by the way. Also, you can go by tail sizes. Even though the male will be smaller, his tail will get a lot longer and thicker than the females. However, at this age, the easiest way to determine is by their front feet. Females, they have very short, dainty claws. The male, on the other hand, his are much longer. Any guesses of what the male will use those longer claws for? Now, sir, this is a family card. You can't take them anywhere, can you? Oh, you make it look like I'm the bad one. Way to reverse it on me, sir. Nice try. It's not going to work. But you were on the right track. It is used in courtship, but before you can hang on, you got to woo her over. So what he'll do is he'll swim up to her, he'll take those long nails, and he'll vibrate them along the female's neck and face. Romantic, isn't it? Gentlemen, don't get any ideas. Clint, that's a turtle thing. Now, here in Florida, we do have several species of tortoises, and a common question that we are asked is, what's the difference between the two? Does anyone know what it is? What do you think? Yeah.
One's a male, one's a female.
There you go. It is their environment. Turtles are semi-aquatic. They spend the majority of their life in the water. However, they will come out on the land to bask and to lay eggs. Tortoises are terrestrial. They will remain on the land. And saying that they do live in two different environments, they have made many adaptations. As you can see with the turtles, their shells are more streamlined. They also have smooth skin. With webbed feet, a tortoise will be opposite. All right, those are our yellow belly sliders, salmon, piranha. Yeah, you got that, right? Clint, just make sure you wash your hands this time before lunch, all right, buddy? Don't laugh, that only encourages him. Anyway, we're going to move on to the next reptile. I'll give you another big hint to what it is. It starts with T, but it ends with Ortis. You guys are good. And this species that we're going to share with you is known as the gopher tortoise. And like we just got done describing the difference between the two, now you can see for yourself how the tortoise is built for the land. How I like to describe the tortoises, they're more ancient looking. They're very dry, rough, and scaly. If you take a look at her hind legs, they're more like elephant legs with hard nails, calloused feet, just like mine, because they are terrestrial. Now, if you take a look at her front leg, it is more like a shovel. Any guesses on why? Tough question. Think it through. Yell it out when you know it. Digging. There you go. This is a burrowing species. Now, I also did say leg. I'm sure you're going to notice that our little buddy out with us, she is missing something. Her right front leg. That is why she is here in captivity with us. She is rehabilitated. Due to not having her other front leg, she's unable to sufficiently burrow, hide from predators, and to acquire her food source, which she mostly does around her enclosure all day. She's walk around in one big circle. But you know where she always makes a pit stop? Her food bowl. Gopher tortoises are herbivores, so what do you think she would eat out in the wild? There you go, low-laying vegetation. Here in captivity, we do love to spoil our critters, so we give her a mixture of romaine lettuce, collard greens, spring mix. She also loves fruit. We'll give her apples, bananas, cantaloupe. Her favorite is watermelon. Now, gopher tortoises are an endangered species here in the southeast of the United States. By any chance, does anyone have a gopher tortoise burrow out in your yard? There you go, I got some hands going up. That's a great thing. Gopher tortoises do play a very important role for the environment. Now, the burrows that they dig, they get very large. They go about 10 to 15 feet deep and about 30-40 feet in length. And why they're very important is because they're a keystone species, meaning that their burrow don't only house them, but up to about 360 different species of animals. So if the gopher tortoise went completely extinct, so a lot of those animals would depend on them for survival. All right, that is our gopher tortoise tripod. Thank you. Now we do have one more reptile that we're going to share with you. Is everyone ready? Yeah. Okay, like 10 of you. That was excellent. Yeah. What about the rest of you? Is everyone ready? We don't have anything else. But if we did, what would you like to see? An alligator. You think Clint can handle an alligator? He's got noodles for arms. This right here is a manatee. All right, clearly it is the American alligator, and this handsome fella is Armando. Now, do not let Armando's small size fool you. He is about 17 years old. Oh, you guys are gullible. Believe me on that one. Yeah, you can believe everything that I say. I do make up a lot of stuff. But hey, when you have your own show, you can too. He's only about 5 years old. Alligators do grow on average about a foot a year for the first 6 years. After that, it does slow down a bit. Females reach about 8 to 10 feet. Males will get slightly larger, about 10 to 12 feet. Now, they don't really read by the books. If there's a lot of food available, they're going to continue to grow. Our record here in Florida is slightly over 14 feet, weighing close up to 1,000 pounds. Now, let's say you came across a baby gator out in the wild. Would you go near it? No. Keep that safe distance. Why wouldn't we want to go near a baby? Yeah, mama's going to be there. They're very protective of their young. Can anyone take a guess on how long they'll stay near their young? Forever? No, that's human, silly. It ranges from 18 to life. But about the first year to 3 years. Now, what if an alligator is full grown? Would you want to approach him then?
No way.
No, always keep that safe distance away from all alligators. Now, they are born with a natural fear of humans. So usually we do come across one, they don't want anything to do with us. So they'll try to get away themselves. However, people do love to provoke them, and the number one way to provoke any wild animal would be to, okay, poke it with a stick, that's one way. You guys are cruel. What else could you do? Throw rocks? What's going on? Too much TV. What else could we throw? Maybe some food. There you go. Feeding any wild animal, that's when they'll lose their natural fear of humans and begin to associate you and I with food. Let's say, for example, one day you come along, you see an alligator, you decide, I'm going to throw him a few marshmallows. What harm could it do, right? The next day you give him a few more. Well, Clint will be out walking his cute little pet poodle, and the alligator's going to think, well, Clint brought him one big jumbo marshmallow. Did you just laugh at that? That was not funny. Oh, but we'll let it slide. Clint don't even have a dog anymore. Can you take a guess on what his name was?
Marshmallow.
S'more. S'more. Put on any s'more. Now, one last thing pertaining to alligators. Does anyone know what to do if there's one chasing after you?
On the other hand.
Okay, let's start off with the zigzag pattern. How many of you heard of that one? Raise your hands. Don't do it. It's only a myth. I've heard of it myself plenty of times, for one, with how their eyes are placed. If you were to run like that, you'd only be putting yourself in a better view. They do see better towards the side. They also have a great reaction time on the side as well. Your best bet's to run in a straight line. You'll want to get away as quick as you can. But as you're running and while screaming, because I know Clint would, you're going to have to keep in mind that, well, you're most likely not going to make it. Well, don't get me wrong, I do like stay positive, but a full-grown alligator, they can reach speeds of about 35 miles per hour in short sprints. I don't know about everyone here, but Clint's definitely not that fast. He trips a lot. So other things you could try to do is climb up into a tree, jump over a fence, but once again, full-grown alligators can jump about 6 feet high, and they have been seen climbing over fences. So the only thing I really suggest for everyone to do is if you ever go out near any source of fresh water, is just to bring along a friend who doesn't run as quick as you do. Best advice out there. But honestly, like we already went over, just do not approach any wild alligators. Always keep that safe distance and do not feed them. And that is the best way to provoke any animal into becoming a nuisance one. And for those reasons, it is illegal to feed wild alligators in the state of Florida. All right, that is our American alligator Armando, who's waving goodbye. Oh, what a man. I'm really good at that. Thank you. Now that will conclude our program. However, before you do run off, we will keep out the alligator. I'll bring up one of the snakes. We will allow touching, but we do have some rules for you. Please use a lot of care. Do not touch them near the head. They're not restrained. They do have teeth. Only use 2 fingers, so if something does happen, you'll still have 3. And there is hand sanitizer provided around the theater for when you are done. Enjoy the rest of your day here at Weeki Wachee Springs State Park. Bye, everyone.
I'm from Spain.
Thank you.
I'm from Houston.
I'm going to touch the big one now.
Okay, go ahead up and you can touch the animals. You gonna touch it? Yes. It didn't hurt Clint, did it? Okay, you're lucky. All them little kids are gonna go pet these alligators. Evie's gonna go up. No. He's downright serious. Look at Evie's squeaking her little ass right up there. Yes, she is. Move. Oh, come on.
Yeah, he touched it.
Every time I move, she gets in my way.
She's like, if you want to touch it from the